Greetings and salutations, everyone! I am, as always, Darth Devious, and we're back with another review from the thrilling 30 of Transformers from Generations. It's Thundercracker, who is just a straight-up repaint of the Fall of Cybertron Starscream, but that's not a bad thing. Because, you know, that means I'm one step closer to having all three Seekers in that mold. And I have to have my Seekers. You see here, you got Spotlight Thundercracker comic book from IDW, and I really like how, you know, we're getting these. You guys really need to thank Rick Alvarez for this. It was his idea when he still worked for Hasbro that they start doing figures based on these IDW designs, and it's not disappointing. And Rick's a really cool guy, you know. Glad I'm friends with him. And you guys should just, you know, thank him. If you get a chance, if you ever see him at like a show or something, thank him, because this is just really cool that we're getting these designs. So, thank you, Rick. I know some things didn't go the way you planned, but still, these are awesome, and it was a fantastic idea. Alright? You see on the back, he's number 6 from Series 2. Alright? And we'll come up here and you can read his bio. Whoop. As long as the, you know, J.J. Abrams lens flare doesn't get in the way. And you come down, and there's his tech spec. And that's about it for the packaging. Let's get the packaging out of here and replace it with a jet. Whoosh. Alright. And here he is. And this is nice. It's a nice repaint. It's not just, you know, they just made a blue version of Starscream. No. They added more paint details on the Thundercracker. I mean, there's a few that are missing that Starscream has, but you don't really need them for Thundercracker. I love the purple paint in here. Let's zoom in a little so you can see some of these paint details. That purple paint is really nice, and it's in the vents. It's in the vents up top, in here, along the side. Some of these Starscream shares, some of these paint apps he doesn't. All this on Starscream, see how this is all silver with the purple in the side. I actually added all this silver to Starscream. On him it was just plain gray plastic. So there's more silver on Thundercracker, and I appreciate that. There really is. It just makes him stand out. The stripes on his wings are really nice. And his Decepticon symbols are actually picked out in silver. Whereas when I bring in Starscream, you'll see his are just plain purple on the wings. And that's kind of... Now, they did remove paint from the guns. But what can you do? You know, Undercarriage is the same. Back here is the same. Alright, let's bring in Starscream. Alright. And you can see, yeah, I added, like I said, the silver all around there. But you see his Decepticon symbols. They're not picked out as well as Thundercracker's. Alright. But his guns are better painted. He's got this lovely silver with the red in the center. Whereas on Thundercracker, though, they did, you know, paint this part so that when you have them together, it looks like it's a motor on the top that drives these together, which is a nice little touch. You see the Undercarriage there. There's some differences. He's got nice silver knees and black. He's got just blue knees and some red. He does have a little bit more silver on his feet, but you know, it is what it is. Alrighty? Alright. Now, since I already reviewed him and did the transformation, I'm just going to go straight to robot mode, and we'll take a better look at Thundercracker. So, I will be right back. Alright, and here's Thundercracker in his robot mode. And he looks pretty good. I'm going to point out, I'm going to zoom in and show you guys when I get to it, but he does have a little bit of a sloppy paint job on the top of his cockpit and on top of his head. Otherwise, it's a nice version of Thundercracker. Alright? Now, he has the same gimmick with the guns. You can, you know, peg them together. and they spin in different directions, and all the gears go. Like I said, they painted the upper part so it looks like an engine that's driving the guns, which is interesting. But they're really, you know, he's a seeker. They're made to be on his arms. You know, it's a seeker thing. We all know that. We all love that. Get in there, get in there. There we go. And yeah, he does have the hollowness that Starscream has. I'm not going to begrudge that because, you know what? Who looks at the figure from the side all the time? You want to see the figure from the front. And he has the same articulation as Starscream, you know, ball joint, swivel, elbow. He's got double elbow, which is really nice. That's mainly for transformation, but, you know. Wrist swivel, which is also nice. The only thing is, his forearms aren't painted, so all this molded in detail kind of gets faded out. Whereas on Starscream, it was picked out. You see his ball joint's just a little bit loose. Probably from mold degradation. No, that's a pin and socket. I might not be able to do anything with that. We'll see. I might be able to put a little bit of something in there and tighten it up a little bit. Head can go up and down and back and forth. He has, I'm going to zoom in, he has red eyes. And his light piping is pretty nice. Pretty nice. Too close! His face was too close. Alright. There we go. Nice red eyes on Thundercracker, which is what he needs to have. There is some silver paint from his face up here that got on there, and as you see on the cockpit, there's also some silver splotches here. You know, what can you do? Hasbro quality control. One thing I don't like is, I don't know they need to have serial numbers on there and stuff, but right on the wing where you can see it in robot mode, you couldn't hide that somewhere else. I don't know. I'm probably going to remove that with some alcohol. Alright, and we're going to bring in Mr. Starscream so you can see him side by side with Thundercracker. And you can see what I mean with his arms. Just zoom in. You can see the detail on his arms a little bit better because he's got the blue paint around it. And his face is a little bit of a brighter silver, I think, and it should actually be the other way around. I think Starscream should have a darker silver face, and he's got yellow eyes. And Thundercracker should have the light silver face, just the way he's supposed to be. But yeah, they still look good together. They really do. And I do recommend this. I'm gonna read the comic, so I don't know what happens in it yet. I don't want spoilers. But yeah, 2 more good molds from the one more good mold from the IDW line, because each one full of Cybertron, and I don't want somebody pointing that out to me because, you know, they think they know more. So there you go. So yeah, if you see Thundercracker, grab him, because you know what? You're going to want all 3 Seekers when they come out anyway. You know we all want all 3 Seekers. Always got to have Skywarp, Thundercracker, and Starscream. I don't know. I'm hearing conflicting reports. I've heard from one source that Hasbro is going to release their version of Skywarp at some point in time in the near future. And actually sooner rather than later. But I'm also hearing that they're not, and it's going to be a Takara exclusive. Which means that it'll cost more money. But what can you do? So there you go. Thundercracker! What the hell are you doing? Shut up, Starscream.
Where's Sky Warp?
Stuck in Japan. Alright guys, you all be good. I've got 2 Seekers right now from this mold. They've got big weapons. It would hurt. And eventually I should get the 3rd Seeker. And when I do, you're all in trouble then. So you all better be good. Later.